Welcome, I'm Chris, and in this Hypnotic Authenticity episode, we're exploring an aspect of nice guy syndrome. It's that ingrained pattern of avoiding conflict by constantly putting others' needs first. So, this episode is an invitation to understand what keeps the patterns running and how to choose a better way forward. The goal isn't to fix it, it's to find the courage to choose a better way. Let's begin.
Hi, are you a kind of a low maintenance kind of guy? Are you trying as hard as you can to not rock the boat, to keep the peace, to ensure that other people are unoffended by you and that therefore they'll kind of treat you nicely? If so, this is the sort of thing which is typically grown out of childhood conditioning. So, what's going on is the likelihood is that at a time in your life when you were kind of egotistical, you realized that for whatever reason, your needs weren't being met, and that was probably your fault, right? Because everything at that time was revolving around your thoughts about yourself. So therefore, if your needs aren't being met or they're not being met at the right time, you kind of come to the conclusion that that's your fault and that there are elements of you which are bad, which are causing that to occur. So you kind of bring that forward and you kind of say, well, as long as I hide those parts of myself, as long as I don't offend people and I'm nice to them, well, then they're going to be nice to me and I will get my needs met. If that makes sense, so here's the thing, okay? When you're not rocking the boat, when you're being low maintenance, you're denying your personal power. You're denying your truth. You're not really living. You're barely scratching the surface on what it is to be you. I think I've probably said in one of the other videos, the opposite of expression is depression. So by not expressing your freedom, your truth, your authenticity, you're limiting yourself. And by doing so, you really diminish your personal power. It becomes unacceptable to be yourself because Lord knows what might come out and people might find that offensive. And so you kind of go inside of yourself or you compensate by other ways of appearing fabulous, yeah, to divert attention away from yourself. The end result is that you kind of go through this pressure cooker approach where it kind of works a bit for a while and then it just doesn't work at all. You become frustrated. You know, you've put your hopes and wishes and desires in the hands of somebody else who doesn't deliver. You've tried harder and harder and harder. You've tried as hard as you can to not be offensive, but it's not working. And you start to resent that. Yeah. You start to resent them. You start to judge them for not running on the rules inside your head as if you are still that kind of childlike, omnipotent person. And everything becomes frustrating. So the end result of trying to dampen yourself down and trying to be polite is that you become the exact opposite. Yeah, what happens is from time to time you experience this sense of absolute explosive rage because it has to come out. Yeah, emotions are energy in motion. If you damp it down and you trap it, then eventually it's going to come out larger than life. Ironically, the more offensive, the more authentic, the more like you are, the less those extremes occur because there's no need anymore because the energy is no longer trapped. It's being expressed. And so you can simply be what you are. When you try and keep the peace, you kind of alienate yourself. Yeah. You're not really being you. You're not free anymore. You're constantly having to watch the horizon. You're constantly trying to remember what it was that you've done and said in the past to maintain consistency with that. It's a tiresome approach. Yeah. The likelihood is that you won't achieve your full potential as an individual because you're not prepared to go out on a limb as to what is important for you. You may even get to the point where you don't even know what's important for you. So stop dampening yourself down. That's the solution. How? It always goes down to how. Ask yourself, is it all right for me to have needs? Is it all right for me to have flaws? What happens if I make a mistake? Yeah. sit with yourself and just ask yourself these questions. Who's responsible for my needs? Is it me or is it somebody else? Am I expecting things of other people that seems to be impossible? It all goes back to questioning yourself. It might even be worthwhile asking yourself, do you think other people actually want to help you meet your needs? Because amusingly, people do, right? It makes them feel good when you feel good, just as much as you're trying to make yourself feel good by helping other people feel good. It's just that what you need is to notice that coming from a sense of purity, a sense of giving, not from a sense of needing and manipulating in order to receive. I hope that might be interesting. If you're a low maintenance guy, just try giving to yourself. Try asking for what it is that you want. Try exposing your vulnerability. Just own your experience and name it and see what happens. All right, cheers, bye.
Thank you for listening. If it supported you in some way or helped you to question your inner experience, then follow the show. Personally, I would be really grateful if you might also leave a quick rating. It makes a huge difference in terms of discoverability so that other people who might benefit can find the podcast. If you prefer a visual element, check out Authentic Life Hypnosis on YouTube. And if you're looking for deeper work beyond one-way audio yourself, you're very welcome to reach out. Equally, if you have any questions, I'm here to help. Until next time.